time for the main event.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you like the content, hit the subscribe button, leave a like down below, make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss out any future videos. So a huge news break happened earlier this morning, and that's Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston are pretty much departing WWE. So why am I talking about this? This is a wrestling game channel. Well, unless you've been living under a rock, Xavier Woods, aka Austin Creed, has a YouTube channel called Up Up Down Down with like almost 3 million subscribers, and his major focus on that channel is promoting and boosting awareness of the 2K franchise, the WWE 2K franchise. Every single year he makes a ton of videos on it. They're in the game. He had a big role on the Island mode last year, and they're pretty much the face of MyGM. They have a whole show and everything for MyGM, so the fact that they're leaving the company, they're going to lose out on a huge marketing tool. I'm not trying to say he's a tool or anything, but that's a huge, easy win for the gaming community that plays these games by having them on the roster, in the company. And the fact that TKO was trying to give them a new contract or make them restructure their contract, but these guys are huge. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, Big E, they really help push these games, and I don't know what they're going to do next year. Like, what are they going to do with 2K27? Are they going to find someone else to make a YouTube channel? I mean, are they just going to go back to the old school way before YouTube and just market it that way? There's so many things that are now up in the air when it comes to the marketing employee, because Xavier Woods, aka Austin Creed, has really helped push these games probably to the level that they're at right now. Obviously, there's a ton of other YouTubers that'll probably take up the mantle, or try to anyway. But yeah, 2.4 million subscribers. Literally the biggest channel there is when it comes to covering the 2K games. I mean, come on. And he worked there. So it was like he literally could just walk to the office and be like, hey, give me some stuff. And anyway, so with this being said, my brain immediately thought AEW needs to sign them immediately. Not for the fact that we want all these cool, awesome wrestling matches with him and Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks and all that kind of stuff. I'm talking strictly for the games. Austin Creed's platform, Up Up Down Down, if you're not familiar, I'll leave a link in the description down below. Although if you follow my channel, I'm almost certain you follow his channel. He's, like I said, the biggest one out there when it comes to wrestling content, video game content. If they can get him in AEW, now is the time to strike and really get going AEW Fight Forever 2, or some massive updates for AEW Fight Forever 1. Because I guarantee you, on his channel, the first thing he's going to do if he gets signed by AEW is start playing AEW Fight Forever on his channel. Now, full disclosure, I don't really watch his content. I am subscribed to his channel, but I used to watch it quite a bit, but I try not to watch other YouTubers that cover the same thing I do, because I don't want them influencing what I'm talking about. Because then you will start repeating stuff, and then it just, I want to have my thoughts be my own, even how crazy and incoherent they are sometimes. With that being said, right off the bat, as this news dropped, MJF showed a following news that says, "It's a new day." Yes, it is. He posted this. And there was other AEW stars that also posted this. AEW stars love these guys and want them in the company. And if they can get them in there, along with Kenny Omega and Kenny Omega's ties to Capcom and all this other stuff, now, like I said, if they're not already working on AEW Fight Forever 2, now is the time to get that ball rolling, or at least go back to AEW Fight Forever, the first game, and really update that game. Like, I'm serious. With these guys in the company, they could really push AEW Fight Forever, either 1 or 2. I would prefer a new game, honestly, because it feels like the first one has a bunch of bad, aura, or whatever you want to call it, around it. I don't think people would go back to it. I think the only course of action is a new game. Really, don't freaking announce it until it's like almost released. Get that character creator up to snuff. Get the create arena, get the roster, get the full entrances, get everyththing done that we missed in the first game, because the first game, it tried to dip its toe in too many ponds or too many pools, whatever analogy you want to use, and it didn't really excel at any of them. The gameplay was super fun, but even the gameplay felt a little unfinished. They stretched themselves too much, and they were trying to cover everything, mini games, a freaking battle royale mode, all this stuff in this game, rather than just focus on the wrestling aspect. Heck, don't even create a character. Don't include create a wrestler. Add that in later. Focus 100% on the gameplay, the wrestlers, the look, the feel of the game, and then the create a wrestler could have came later. The create arena could have came later. All this stuff could have come together later. I know I'd rather have a full wrestling game right off the bat, but the core mechanics you have to focus on in your first game, your first outing, and then you build upon it after. Like, obviously we want a complete wrestling game at the start, but because they were starting from scratch, obviously they would get a little leeway, but they, like I said, they tried to dip their damn toe in too many ponds, and it totally backfired on them. And the game was not well received, and it keeps getting compared to the 2K franchise, which has been around for over 20 years now. So they've had 20 years to build it to that point. They're not going to do it in one version of the game. AEW Fight Forever 1, the first game, was never ever going to be up to par with any of those 2K games as far as features set, graphics, all that kind of stuff. But I will say this, AEW Fight Forever, when it first came out, the gameplay was so fun that it made me not want to play the 2K games anymore. Granted, they need to fix or tweak the countering system. They need to fix the unyielding poise, the story. There's so many things that need to fix in AEW Fight Forever that only a sequel, I think, could truly do. So if they can get Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston and get Xavier Woods' YouTube channel to really help promote the AEW games, well, I think we're onto something here. I think now, if they're not working on it, now is the time to get that ball rolling, get this going. Austin Creed is huge in the gaming space. He could really help promote the game. And I think if they got a sequel with him on board, maybe not call it AEW Fight Forever 2. Maybe call it something totally different, like AEW Forever. Or AEW, It's a New Day. Heck, call it AEW, It's a New Day, or something. Go back to the old school ways where wrestling games had kind of like James Bond titles or like catchphrase titles, like Shut Your Mouth or Know Your Role or Here Comes the Pain, stuff like that. Go back to that, because that was kind of cool. I missed those. It was confusing which one was the newest one, unless, if you weren't in the little bubble of the wrestling games. Obviously, I knew it because I followed them. But anyway, I just think this would be really cool for them to try and do. If they can secure them, then it's on, man. Get the game going. It is time. The fan base is pretty burnt out on 2K26, myself included. I'm still having fun making my wrestlers, but all the other modes are kind of like a snooze fest. I still have not got my universe mode set up because I'm still making so many characters, trying to get that set up to make the universe mode. So hopefully by the time I get to universe mode, all the bugs will be fixed and everything will be ironed out. It is a very fun wrestling game to play. It's just like I said in all of my other videos, I complained about the game. The microtransactions and monetization is completely off the rails. And if you watched my last video, which most of you didn't, I really go over how I think it's a test year. Because there's no competition, they can get away with trying anything. And I think that's what's going on. So anyway, long story short, I really think if AEW can get the New Day, Xavier Woods, Austin Creed, Kofi Kingston, then they really need to push and get the ball rolling, if they're not already, for AEW Fight Forever 2. What do you make of this? Sound in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay frosty.